Hey everybody, I just wanted to do a uh, not quite a full assembly for the Wraith XL because this particular one is going out for shipping, but I wanted to do as much as I could to show you what all is involved with putting these big bastards together. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 main body pieces to assemble. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. So you will probably get bored, or you may be interested in this. Just come along with me and you'll see what all is involved. I'm not going to be talking much. I may say a few things, but you know, it's whatever. Well, let's get started. And I can already tell I'm missing a few pieces. I got these little silver pieces that I glue into here, and apparently I need to run those real quick. So thankfully I'll be having a printer finish up here in a couple hours so I can get, and I think I'm missing one of these two. So I need to run these two and one more of these. So this is the joys of getting big assemblies like this together. But I'll do what I can. I can do as much as I can without having to do all that stuff. So. I need to clean my desk up real quick. Give me just a second. There may be some fancy editing here. And by fancy, I mean on my phone. Just need to declutter for a few seconds. Give myself some room here. Okay. And I just had a printer finish. Give me just a second. Okay. Now this glue, I like to let it set for a couple hours, so there'll be a break somewhere in here for this, just to let this cure up. So I'm going to be setting this aside and let it do its thing. A little bit more. Yes, razor blades are always scary, children. Stay away from them. These are also scary. I don't know why I just didn't use this first. Definitely can't tell you how many times I've about taken off my hand with this thing. But it is great for removing support material off. By the way, I have to say, these pieces have been the bane of my existence since I started this whole Wraith project. There has never been a good way to print these out and not have to do a lot of post-processing. At first I tried orienting it different ways to try and print it, and just, man, nothing was working that looked decent. And I finally nailed it this past weekend on how to do these, because normally these things would take me almost 30 minutes to clean up. For the Wraith, probably about an hour just to get, you know, a set of 2 doors cleaned up. But I finally went with a different orientation on this on the printer, where it's printing straight up. There's a lot of support material up underneath here and up underneath here, going all the way down. Because before I was laying it flat. That's why I was having to get in here and clean all this out. And it did not look the best. I did what I could with it, you know, just to get by. But I knew eventually I had to do some kind of redesigning on this part. But I didn't have to, so I finally found a decent way to print it and make it look okay. You know, it's still not 100% on how it looks, but, you know, the visual part of it is perfect now. There's still just a little bit of cleanup left on it to do, but definitely not as much as I used to. I used to have to get in there with a Dremel, and, you know, it was just a pain in the ass. But I think what I have here is definitely a lot better. It's definitely a lot better to deal with. And this one right here is the first one that I've been able to use this new printing method on, so congrats to the customer that's getting this one. You always got to find a way to do things better. I've slowly been overhauling a lot of my projects, a lot of my stuff in my store, especially when it comes to assembly. Ease of assembly by me. I've overhauled my flak to where that's a lot easier to do now too. Still some gluing on it to do, but definitely not as much as, or at least ease of assembly, you know. Did I say I was going to shut up during this? Yeah, I think I did. Got to be careful with any glue that gets on my fingers, because when you're touching it, that's always a bad news that I'll have to reprint this whole dang thing. Any of that glue gets on that plastic and it just destroys it. Need like a rag. Hey, let's put this away. Yes, these things are overkill. I need to get me some smaller ones. Some more smaller ones. Let's go from the bottom here. that'll work. I only need one. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this one here, I'm not sure what happened. I had some slippage, but for some reason decided to bounce back. So I think with this being hidden behind trim, and this being hidden behind trim, and this being hidden behind trim, it should be okay. But I mean, these things take like almost a full day to print up, so I think it's completely salvageable. If it's not, I'll make a decision to not ship this out, and I'll just have to reprint one of these because I want my customer to be happy with what they got. So just so you're seeing that there was a layer shift in there, but I think most of it's going to be hidden underneath the trim pieces. So I don't know, we'll see. I may have to send a note to the customer, ask them if they want this, or I can just swap it out with one of mine that I've already done. I'll be back. Okay, so I am going to put a pause on this until I can get another one of these printed. I know when people pay upwards of $300 for stuff, especially like this, they probably want the most optimum print that they want, and I know that right there would probably bother me, so it's probably going to end up bothering the customer whenever they get it. So I am going to, I guess, go ahead and finish up the other stuff that I have here and then pick back up whenever I get another one of these printed, and I'll just either keep this for myself for a one I can put together for a discount and sell it up on my Etsy store, just as long as the buyer is aware that, you know, there is some defections like this on the vehicle itself. So we will continue on where we can and try and get some fans put together. And I'm guessing for those that watched one of my previous videos, you've probably already seen most of this assembly. And we're also pretty disappointed when you didn't get to see the whole thing put together. But you know, for stuff like this, I can't really do that because, again, if I put it together, I can't get it to the customer like I need it to. I've got, dadgummit, now I gotta print one of these now. This is the joys of this. I need an extra one of these, not an extra one of these because of the orientation of the fan blade. So now I got 2 more pieces I have to reprint. So this is going to go back in my stock box. And I guess I'll just go ahead and try and assemble 3 fans for now. I was really hoping to get this thing together today and get it out to the customer, but I guess that's just not in the cards. Okay. Let's begin. Alright, so I can do more. Nope, I can't do more because the other parts are still printing. So yeah, now I can just set these aside and let them do their thing. I'll be doing that a lot today, apparently. But at least I can get as much done as I can. Progress is the name of the game. Why are these a different color? It doesn't matter, because you're never going to see them. These just printed off whenever I did my desert sand Wraith. So they're just sitting in there and I probably need to use them. So I'm going to let these cure up. No, I say that. Now I can set them aside. Now you guys understand why I only put one of these up maybe every couple of weeks, because there's actually quite a bit that goes in them, especially when you screw up and forget to print pieces, or you know, you come across something that really didn't print as well as you had hoped. So then you got to go back and reprint it. Like today. Would a Dremel be faster than this? Absolutely, but sometimes those Dremels can be a little too wild for me. At least a razor blade I can control. Sometimes it controls itself right into my hand. Just putting some of these back in the box since I know I'm not going to be dealing with them today. This will be edited to show the final assembly, or finally putting the damn thing back together. I know this is probably a bad idea. Yep. Set these aside. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait on these. Okay, so I guess this probably concludes the first day of doing this, since I'm still waiting for this to actually finish printing. You're not going to see anything, but there will be an edit where I will have all the pieces that I need printed to finish this bad boy up. Well, you guys are barely going to see a transition of this, but 3 days later I finally got the front cab portion printed. No flaws, yay for that. So you can see how much support these things use. Whenever it's going across, trying to bridge these sections here, it does have a tendency to not bridge very well. I've lost, when I first started doing this specific part, I was probably getting one good one out of every 2 or 3, so I've come a long way. Now it's like 5 good parts out of 6, so it happens every once in a while, but I do have to put a lot of supports in here. So let me get these off. This can also be a hand shredder sometimes, just like that, except usually my hand is on the opposite side, and then I dig right into it. Fun times, fun times. Luckily, this is something that's never seen. And then here's my brim, or to keep it from curling up. All right. I want to set this one aside, let it do its thing, and I know that these are all pretty well dry after 3 days. So I like to use sewing machine oil for some of these parts that move around a lot, just because it makes for some pretty awesome lubrication. Obviously can't get to that one, so we'll set that aside. One more. There we go. And this here, I can actually go ahead and, while this is adhering and settling, I can go ahead and put these components on this, because the only thing I'm really ever worried about is glue coming down through here and then sticking to that fan to where it can't spin. So, but the rest of the parts on this doesn't matter. Ooh, that's tight. I don't like that. That is tight. What is wrong there? What are you doing there, boy? Is that the clip? What is that clip? Huh. Thick boy. You go bye-bye. Okay. Okay. definitely feel like I'm missing some pieces here. Oh, I'll figure it out. Again, the fun part is usually not getting the glue on your fingertips. Yeah, we'll do this. Don't know why this is so hard to find. It's a pretty big piece. So that's a little console. That fits snugly in between the two doors once they're mated up. Always gotta play hard to get. You stay. Things gonna look like a Frankenstein before I'm done. Okay, so we're gonna let this go over there and do its thing. And if you're wondering why I don't clean this inside up, you never see it. Set that aside, let it dry for a day. And these we assembled a few days ago, so I know this glue is ready. There's your wings. Oh, there you go. So I can set these aside. Here's your missile rack. Goes in the bottom. Now, for any of you out there that has ever used the super glue, you know that it leaves a white residue. I have actually found that the same IPA that I use to clean off the printer beds is great for moving that white residue. So there is a great tidbit of information out there for you. So see how it's got that white residue there? You just take that IPA on there, not the drink. Do not waste good beer. This is just regular 97 or 98, whatever that is, IPA. And it will be forever gone. Same with this. See all that white residue from the super glue? Just take that IPA on there, takes that right off. So if you ever get some of my products and you wonder why all these little white fuzzy hairs are on it, now you probably know why. Okay. And here we got our 4 seats. And again, these are removable. That way, in case you need to, you can put some cargo back here. For those that saw my big introduction video on the 360 XL. I'm thinking of Xbox over here. There's that. There's these seats. So we have 2 of the bodies completely put together. Excellent. Still need to do a little more here. Because these go on here. I'm sure this customer is going to be completely stoked to get his new G.I. Joe whip. So I'm just going to let that do its thing here. So really, I just need to let these things set, shockingly, for another day. Let's see what else I can do in the meantime. Just a few more things to put together. This is the little thumb-wheeled pulley for the hoist. Ooh, tight fit. So that's good. Getting there, getting there. Anytime I've had to put supports on these things, you got to take this little sanding file just to get whatever residual support is still attached to it, or else it won't go in the holes that I'm telling it to go in. Which is these holes. So I like to do a little pre-fit just to make sure that it's going in. So there's that. These XYZ blocks actually come in handy sometimes. Come on, get in there. There we go. Almost there. Almost there. Man, these are going to be a pain in the butt. May have to use a wee bit of force on this one. That is definitely not coming out. That is also not coming out. Okay, I think this will be end of part 2. You guys aren't still going to see anything, but you know, it'll be another day for me when I come back. Okay, just a quick break. This is day day 4 for me. I don't know. I can't keep track anymore. So everything should be cured up. This thing should be about be ready to be packaged up. I gotta think where I was at. Yeah, so we've got to finish the last wing fan assembly. Sorry, I just got off work, y'all. I know I gotta get this thing done and get it out. Okay, so that's 4 complete fans. I will not be putting these in because I won't be able to get them back out, and they need to be able to go in the box. So there's that. Those are good. We can pull these off, and it looks like my pad has adhered to the body. That's awesome. And it came off. Cool. Because that would be awkward if they received their Wraith with a DeWalt jaw pad attached to it. Put these away. Alright, so I've already got this all glued together. I can pull the tape off. And then with these, all I gotta do is just match these little pins that I made to go on here. So this may take a minute to line everything up. Oh. Perfecto. And then these go on here. And that goes on here. And we almost have a complete body. I'm just gotta put these on. I am always so excited whenever I get through with these because they take a while. Wouldn't be so bad if this was my full-time job. Okay. Looking good. I need to remove some residue. Alright, that looks good. Let me hit this one more time. Try not to leave any cotton all over it. I noticed when I was watching the video of the first two, first two videos that I made, since these will all be spliced together, that there was a few spots that I missed just because you can't really see it in the light. But again, here's a good tip for you. IPA will remove any of that white cloudy residue. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Yeah, just a little bit of thing there. Didn't come off. There we go. Alright, so that is a complete rear body. Everything's in there. I need to do a quick test for this. I may as well as deburr it because they usually get stuck. Ow, that's my finger. Try not to injure yourself. A little bit more. Nope. Not sure what is getting hung up in there. But it's not being very nice. Maybe add a little machine lube. See if it'll free things up a little bit. Yep, still too tight. Figured maybe it'd work itself out, but something is a little tighter than usual. Yeah, a little bit. Sorry, you guys may be having a hard time seeing whatever the hell I'm doing. I'm just trying to work this dovetail out to make sure that these parts slide in and out like they're supposed to. Okay, that's good. So we're good. Alright, so those pieces are good. Alright. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Whenever I run this piece here, I usually run a inside brim, so my holes usually end up getting covered up. So I have to do a little bit of deburn to them. There's that. So yeah, these would end up going through here. Snap those in. Okay. And then from there, you put these bodies together. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm going to let the customer do that. There's a high chance that they will not be able to come back apart. That's those two bodies together. I don't know if you'll be able to, let me back out on this. And that goes to that. So that's what all those pins together will connect up. Alright. And then I just got to make sure that these things fit. And they do. Okay, and then this goes on top of here. And it fits fine. And these are actually the last two pieces I need to. And now they're the most annoying things to actually have to clean up on this whole project. This brim never comes off easy. Sometimes that can be a real pain in the ass. This is about the time that I'm probably going to chop my finger off. I'm trying to watch what I'm doing in the camera and watch what I'm doing over here, so. My fingers are a little bit slippery from that sewing machine oil. Okay. Now I need to do a test fit, make sure it goes in there. Okay, and it's going to stay there until the customer is ready to put their piece on that. And this is what's going to be hiding the seam line between both components. Both bodies. All right. The old fat belly comes in handy every once in a while. All right, that body is complete. That body's complete, and that body's complete. We've tested our hoist system. We've tested our double Gatling gun. We got our wings good to go. These are tested. We got our fans good to go. The only thing I have left is these, and sometimes I actually have to do a little massaging on these to get these to go in the hole correctly. Let's see if the gods are with me today. Nope, that is a little tight. Let's try the other side. And that is a little tight. Just usually depends on what printer I run these on, man. Sometimes they will just go right on in. Other times, I gotta do this. No one ever said life was easy. Had to make sure I was recording. I was fixing to be mad. Okay, that's good. You know, this is going to be such a long video. I am so sorry for those that wanted to sit through this whole thing. I think while I was watching it last night and splicing some of them together, I was already at an hour and 40 minutes. So we'll get this wrapped up here pretty quick. But this will be neat for those that have actually purchased this XL. What all was involved when I put it together, and it gives them an answer as to why it took me so damn long to get it done. And perfect. So that's fitting, and that's fitting. Now we need to check to make sure it's going in here. Perfect. Perfect. Good on these. Next ones are this one. Yeah, I mean, that's good. That's good. Just a little tight, but ain't nothing wrong with that. And here, perfect. And then, oh, yeah, that's not going in at all. Not sure what happened there. I'm going to assume it's this one, because I'm going to bet this one will go in. No, that's a little tight too. So I'm going to have to do both of these. That way when the customer pulls it out of the box, either side is going to be able to go on, because I'm not going to know which side the customer is going to try and put in there first. I mean, you got people like me that would sit there and say, oh, I wonder if this works on the other side. And it will. That's just the way that I am now. I can already tell what happened to this one. It didn't print very nice on the bottom side, so that's why that one's giving me fits. Okay, crossing fingers. Still pretty tight. Let's go in. Ooh, that one almost broke. Don't need that happening. No breaky. My fingers are getting tired. Okay. There we go. We are almost done. Almost done. I just stacked you. Come on, man. Come on, man. Got my trim pieces. Got my Gatlin, my voice, my rear wings, front body. It's all in there. Six connectors. And I am in needing of running some missiles. So I still have just, I was going to say one more thing to print, but it's actually 4 more things to print. Never ends. Just when you think you're done. Luckily these don't take that long, so and then these will just go like that. Actually, I only need to run through more missiles. But I don't think I need to keep you all entertained any longer. This is just assembly to package. I'm not putting the whole thing together because you've seen the video of the whole thing put together. That's about it. I'm going to put this all in a box and ship it to the customer. I hope you enjoyed this ridiculously long 4-day assembly video by me. I appreciate you watching my channel. This is Pixis Designs signing